So we're going to look at 1.3b part 2. We're going to look at another example here. Now, you can get a lot out of graphs, and I guess I forgot to tell you how to actually do some of the graphs. Like if you had to graph it, you could make a little XY table, right? So Reg timed himself jogging on a race course. He passed the 30-meter point or 300-meter point in 1.5 minutes. So I would write 1.5 minutes and 300 right here, because this is the time and this is the distance. And after starting, and then at 600-meter point, he was at 12.8. Okay. So you could do these 2 points. Remember, we talked about how time always being on the x-axis and distance or money, anything up on the y-axis. A key thing to remember is always on these kind of things, when you have a 0 time, you have a 0 distance, so you also have a point of 0 and 0. So coming up on the graph, I know I have to go to 600, so I'll do my scale from 0 all the way to 600, and it was in minutes, so I think my biggest minute was, what, 2.8 minutes or something like that? So then you come plugging in your points. 0 and 0. At 1.5, it was at 300. And at 2.8, it's at 600. So 2.8, so you have to estimate here 2.8, and then you draw lines. Now, we have to make that assumption, and we've got a nice little graph that explains where they were going. What was his average rate in meters per minute for this portion of the race? So for this portion of the race, they're really talking about from the 300 to the 600. So you actually have to take the rise over the run. So we're rising 300 and we're running, how can I figure that out? Well, the second point is 2.8. The first point is 1.5. Remember, we talked about writing the second point over top of the first point, and then you can do the subtraction like you guys had done in the past. Gives us 1.3 and 300. So we rose 300 and ran 1.3. So if we did this, we'd get 300 divided by 1.3, because rise over run, that gives our slope or our rate of change. Okay. So our rate of change is equal to 300 divided by 1.3, which is 300 divided by 1.3 gives us 230.76. Did it tell us to round anywhere? Let's just go up here. This is average rate of change in meters per minute. So 230, that's 231 meters per minute. So every minute at that point, he's running 231 meters. So you're going to try some more build your skills, okay, and complete these, and I will see you after that.